All right, all right, all right. That's enough of that. That's enough of that. Welcome to the Max Options Trading class on Debit Spreads, Ghetto Spreads, 25K or under, pattern day trader, whatever you call it. It doesn't matter. I'm going to help you out here. All right. But before we begin, make sure you're following us on our social media platforms for the latest updates and news, or come just join our Discord. 7-day free trial. I mean, why not? We even have a lifetime membership now. So come on, check it out. We could come find us on Facebook. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Max Options Trade. I post a lot of my live plays and thoughts there. Instagram, the big account, Max Options Trading. If you tag our big account at any time you're taking this course, please let me know, and we will absolutely get you going. We'll absolutely get you going on a tag back. Follow me on TikTok at Max Options Trading with 2 G's. Follow us on Reddit for some advanced discussions. We don't post there very often, but when we do, it's pretty damn good. And then, of course, don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe on YouTube. If you like these classes, show your support, because I'm going to make a whole bunch of them for you guys. Thank you for those that were a little bit early. Discussed a little bit of stock knowledge with each other. Find a nice quiet place for your distractions. Be respectful at all times. And stay on mute during the time of this course. If you guys have any questions, please write them down and we'll get to you as soon as possible. Stay focused, stay on task, and some foul language may be used. This is an adult classroom with an adult setting, so if you have sensitive little 2021 ears near you, go ahead and put some fucking headphones in. Look at that transition. That's nice, right? Getting around PDT under 25K using the Ghetto/Debit Spread method. So first, we're going to go back to class number 9. We're going to go over some debit spread knowledge. So a debit spread is most often used by beginners for option strategies. It involves buying an option with a higher premium while simultaneously selling an option with a lower premium, where the premium paid for the long option and the spread of the premium received than the sold option. Unlike a credit spread, a debit spread results in a premium debited or paid from your account. All right, let's just take a look at an example. I'm a visual learner, so let's visually learn, right? For example, if a trader buys one November put option with a strike of 327 and simultaneously sells one November put option with the strike of 325, therefore you only pay $86 because options trading, remember, everything's times 100. 86 bucks for this debit spread. Whereas if you didn't do a debit spread, you would be paying $763 for a naked put here. And if SPY trades below 325, you can receive the max credit on this debit spread. So let's talk about ghetto spreading. So ghetto spreading is just an underground term for debit spread. So what we do is we take a naked call or put and we turn it into a debit spread. All right, pay very close attention to this whole class, this next part. So if you enable spreads in your brokerage, whether it be Robinhood, trading or TOS, whatever brokerage you use, Webull, if you guys have options level 2 or 3, you should have access to debit and credit spreads, covered calls, such like that. You want debit spreads for this. So make sure you have access to debit spreads in your account before we begin. So let's just say you entered a put or a call option. It's currently up around 50%. You don't have any day trades due to your pattern day trader restrictions. Maybe you got a good faith violation. Maybe you're under 25K in your account, whatever it may be. You can at any time change your naked call or put option into a debit spread. All right. How you do this is by selling the strike price one outside of the money to your current strike price. So for a call, if you had a 300 call, you would sell a 301. For a put, if you had a 300 put, you would sell a 299. You go one out of the money, turning your naked call or put into a debit spread. So for the example shown down below here, you can see that we sold a 290 call and locked in 1K in profits with 0% risk. That's because the 290 call we sold on this current play was worth more than what we paid for the 289. All right. So I know what you're thinking. What the hell does this do? Well, first of all, the most optimal way of doing this is locking in your games, mitigating almost all to no risk. You can literally do this and lock in 0 risk and successfully swing trade a debit spread. You also receive a credit. So when you sell that play, you now receive a credit in your account, and that credit can be used to continue trading because they just put some gains in your account, or you could just hold it cash and lock in your profits. Mitigating all this risk and doing this is the best way to continue day trading without having to use any day trades at all. You really don't need them. You don't have to worry about losses, the Greeks, premium adjustments. You don't have to worry about shit because you just did it. Conversely, on a put, if you're up 50%, you sell the strike price, one out of the money, like I just explained. And this type of risk management works on the negative side as well. So if you have a play that's dropping out of control, you can turn it into a debit spread to stop the bleeding as well. It doesn't only have to be used to lock in gains. It could be used to stop losses as well by turning a debit spread. And guess what? If the debit spread winds up hitting, you can recoup some of those losses. If the play continues to go out of your favor, then you can use it to stop the bleeding. This is such an important tool for any trader who wants to learn how to manage risk, especially Robinhood traders with under 25,000 in your account. Every one of them says, "Oh, I don't have any day trades." That is a excuse. All right. This is a massive strategy to help manage risk and successfully trade without needing any day trades. If you take a look at the right here, you'll see that I realized I even wrote in the Discord, I was out of day trades. So this is back when I was doing a challenge. So I sold the strike price, one out of the money, which was the 3110. And I secured my bag with a spread. So no matter what happened, I was up $1,053, it looks like. And as the price adjusts, if the price goes back down, this Amazon sell will go up. As the price goes back down, while this goes down. And if it continues to rise together, the call will always outprice the sell. And so you can secure smaller profits. So what you did was you limited almost all the risk, but you also capped the gains. So that's important to know. You limited almost all the risk, but you also capped your potential gains. All right. If anyone doesn't have a risk management on debit spreads, this is what I like to do. This is also what I use for day trading and swing trading, where you can take half your gains at 10 to 15%, take the rest at 20, 30% if this is a day trade. Since we're doing debit spreads for ghetto spreading, you should focus on the swing trading portion because we're turning all day trades into swing trades. So I only risk about 1 to 3% in my account. I take half the gains at the first price target or when comfortable and take the rest at the final price target or when comfortable. All right. You should cut losses on swing trades around 40 to 50% or assess an average down. When it comes to ghetto spreading, all right, I like to turn my play into a ghetto spread around 30 to 40%. So if I have 30 to 40% up, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't have day trades. I'm trading in a small account. I'm practicing risk management. 30 to 40% is when you should start looking to sell the premium that's one out of the money. Or as soon as the strike price that's one out of the money is equal to what you paid for yours, I'm going to show you an example of this. Then you should conduct the ghetto spread because now this secures the gains that you have, locks them in comfortably, and manages all risk. You have zero risk on your trade. I'm going to show you an example of this. It's pretty exciting. Then, based on how many contracts you have, you can sell them systematically here for even freer. You may consider using debit spreads or ghetto spreads when you expect a stock to rise moderately in the near future. However, you're trying to manage risk. Okay. You can't swing trade or day trade because you are PDT or under 25K or you're out of buying power, whatever it may be. Using this debit spread method can secure profits to safely swing trade without using a day trade. Using the debit spread to stop loss any trades. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. If you're bleeding out of control and you say, I can't lose anymore, I'm down, 40, 50%, you can successfully stop the bleeding without having to use a day trade. This is also a great method if debit spreads if you can't afford the premium on the big boys and if you want to limit losses and add some serious risk to reward ratio. Let's head over our Discord server. I have a small presentation because I did this live for everybody in my Discord to show them how it's done. All right. Let me go over. Let's click on over to Discord real quick. Let's head on over to Max Trades. Let's scroll up. I wrote, okay, Max fucking options team. I'm going to need a couple days to use the Ghetto Spread class because unlike you other broke bitches, I'm going to show real examples during this week of Ghetto Spreads winners and losers. I just did 2 of them. So remember, I don't have any day trades as an excuse. So here's the first play right here. I entered Coop 232 calls for 6-4 at 1090. All right, I actually filled at 11 here. So you can see here I filled at 11. I told the team it's at 20%. You can take and trim profits here. No reason to be greedy, right? Up 20% on another play. And then I turned my Coop calls into a debit/ghetto spread by selling the strike price. That's 1 out of the money. So I had 230s. I sold, or 232.50s. I sold 235s on the same expiration date. You always keep the same expiration date. And since the sold premium is higher than what I paid, the debit spread was 100% risk-free. The play was completely free, and your accounts are immediately credited with the premium. So now you could safely swing this until the expiration without having to use any other day trades. This is what it looks like. So you can see that I paid, $1,100 for my 2 contracts each. Then when they were up 20% to 1280, I sold the 235s and I got a credit for 1140. So I got $40 per contract higher on the sales than what I initially paid for. So my account has been already accredited with $22.80, $80 higher than what I got here. So even if I hold this and Coop goes to 0, I will still make $80 no matter what happens. This is what it should look like in your account. So you start off with a naked call or a naked put, and then you turn it into a spread by selling 2 sells 1 strike price out of the money. That's exactly what it looks like. This is the most efficient way of utilizing this method because the contracts that I sold were higher than the contracts I paid for. So it's literally risk-free. You actually made money on the debit spread. Thank you for opening this debit spread. You made money. And now if Coop continues to rise, we'll make more money. If it falls all the way down, we make money. So what do you guys want to do? Do you want to make money or do you want to make money? During the time I was doing this, I opened up DocuSigns. This is also another example that I was going to use for my ghetto spread. This one's a little bit different. This one, I noticed that the volume was very low. The IV was dropping, and I know my play was going to get crushed. I was up about 15% at one point, and then it dropped down to 5%. So now I kick into risk management mode. And instead, you should never, ever, ever let a trade go green to red. So once I kicked on risk management mode, I turned it into a ghetto/debit spread, so I could safely swing trade this play without having to worry about losses. So I originally opened the 195, or excuse me, the 192.50 call. I opened it. It seems at, oh, I didn't put the price. Whatever I think it was only up about 5%, so like $15. But I sold the 195. Now it locked me in right here at this 11% gain, and the stock continued to fall. So I made the correct assumption saying that volume was low. Coop was the most preferred method because our sell was higher than our buy, but you don't need day trades. It's bullshit. So if we take a look here, you'll see that the play that I originally opened was down 8% now. So it had dropped from 5% up all the way to 8%. That's another 13.8% it dropped when I turned it into a ghetto spread. But if we look at the sell side on that play, you'll notice it's up $31, 11.8%. So it balanced me out and kept my play completely flat. So I was down $1 on the play, whereas I would have been down $32 if I didn't add any risk management and turn it into a debit spread. You don't need a day trade to manage your fucking accounts. Theta gang, sorry, I'm a real big seller in the market. This is an actual play of mine. So now I'm swinging my 2 ghetto spreads for final evaluation tomorrow in my put spread there. So yesterday's Ghetto and Debit Spreads, this is the following day, are going to play out perfectly. On Docu, we're going to be down around $30 to $40 because it was down $8 at open. But actually what happened was it opened out flat because our sell side was down so much that we opened up flat. I wind up making my 5% on that trade, which was fantastic. I thought it was going to be down huge. The method had proven again why it is so efficient. I wind up making 5%. If you gapped up, the debit spread would have hit max profits and you would have wind up making 80 to 100, another 70, 80 bucks on that. But we cut off the risk and we cut off our gains. The Coop Ghetto spread was the best and most optimal way of utilizing the method because the price at the sell was higher than the long call. Therefore, no matter what happens, we made money on that one. I wind up selling that one for about 500 in gains, risk-free. Whenever you wanted to secure that bag, it was there for you. This is the true power of knowing a bit about debit spreads and what level 3 options offers. You should pay attention if you're robbing a trader, PDT, or anyone with good faith violations under 25K. I'm going to say it one last time before I transfer this to this wonderful YouTube class. I have no day trades is a bullshit excuse. You just don't know what you're doing. All right. And then, okay, this was a closing the Ghetto Spreads, and that's it. So there's my 2 examples there on Ghetto spreading, plus the examples I already showed you with my Amazon play and my NEE play. So that's it. Pretty simple stuff. Let me play this recording for you. This is going to be a Robinhood recording. But if you look here, you'll see that I have the Coupa software. This is the Coop Play Live. All right. So if we're looking, I'm seeing Coupa's red. It's at 235. Our play is up. There's 18%, right? So that's beautiful. So you say, oh, shit. Oh, bless me. Excuse me. Oh, shit. I'm out of day trades. I want to secure this bag, right? You go to your options chain, view all options. You see at the top, it says sell, not buy. So you sell the next strike price out of the money, which for this one was the 235. It credited me 23.10, which is higher than the 22 I paid. Update it, get the fill. Let's see. So we're submitting our sell side to turn our play into a instantly sold. Beautiful. Now we're going to wait for this to readjust. You see that we sold our 2 sell options there on the call side. And now this is what it'll look like in your account. Bang. 410. Coop is up nicely. That's what we secured no matter what. Can't do anything about it. Then I ran straight to my Discord as always. And I said, hey, we're up 18, 20%, guys. Let's manage some risk. We don't need any damn day trades. I just read this all to you. Let's fast forward a little bit. Just turn my Coop into a debit Ghetto spread. Since we sold the premium that is higher than what we paid, this debit spread is 100% risk-free, and we could safely swing trade. Show them the picture. Also, this is not a day trade. Bang. That's it. That's as easy as it gets right there, right? And what are we doing now? Check it out. We're heading on over to, I believe, DocuSign now. After I saw the sell side was moving, I just wanted to move over to DocuSign after this. I'm showing another example of Coop here. That's it right there. That's a live example of how to make it a Ghetto spread. If we head over to Docu, I could see this is where I was like, okay, we're not going to break out. We're going to turn red. Like the volume was low. It was getting rejected. I knew it was coming. So I did the same thing. Not going to let a fucking green trade turn red. So you go up to Docu, sell the strike price 1 out of the money, whether it's a call or put, manage that risk. That's it. That's how it's done, just like that. You can see I was having a pretty bad day. I was down about $4 on the day. But that's what I wanted to show you guys of the live video of the Ghetto spread method right there. And here's a little conclusion for you. I have no day trades as an excuse. Okay. Trading with high risk management will always provide success in the short term and the long term. If you manage your trades and you manage your portfolio with impeccable risk management, you will be a successful trader. I guarantee you that. You don't have to worry about staring at a screen all day and turning, if you turn these day trades into safe swing trades. Trust me, if you buy a play and then you sell the fucking calls that worth more, you just made money, win or lose. Like, you don't have to worry about it anymore. It's important for traders to understand and utilize these tools at their disposal with your smaller accounts. If you want growth, you grow with risk management practices. Start practicing this amazing risk management and get the rewards later. You practice how you play. Like anything, you got to utilize it correctly. There's several different ways to turn naked calls and puts into debit spreads. The best way is the Coop example I showed you. You want to take a debit spread where the sell side is higher than what you paid. Bam, you initiate it, you turn it into a debit spread, and now you are 100% risk-free. You cannot lose on that trade. The DocuSign example is a second way. You feel like a green trade is gonna turn red, so instead of eating those losses, you turn it into a debit spread and you get out with your small gains, safely swing trading. Now, does this mean that you can't lose on that docu play? No, you could still lose. If it gapped down extremely hard, you could still lose, but the losses will be capped significantly. So instead of being down $100 to $200, you'll be down 10 to 20 because of that offsetting sell side. And then, of course, the third way would be if your trade is just going south, everything is red, you can turn it into a debit spread and stop the bleeding. Selling that debit spread will stop the bleeding. The premium will be higher on the sell side or a little bit lower, but you will stop the bleeding. You can swing trade it without having to emergency sell and using a day trade if you didn't want to. And this will help you protect that account against significant losses. And that is it. Watch this thing 2-3 times. The live example in the Discord, I showed 4 different examples and even a live video of how to do this. Thank you guys so much for attending. Please practice this, especially if you're trying to get around PDT under 25K. Utilize this method. You guys will learn a risk management tool that will stand the test of time with your account. Remember, the market will be here tomorrow. Max is going to be here teaching this shit tomorrow, but will you protect your account long enough to be here with me? I hope so. If you guys enjoyed this course, please leave me a Trustpilot, Google, or Facebook review. It means the world. As a simple appreciation to me and the Max Options Trading team. Come check out our Discord, guys. 7-day free trial. I mean, you could see I actually haven't missed a trade in about 6 weeks here. Come check us out. I think you guys will enjoy it. I love posting updates. We have a great team here. I hope you guys learned something, and that's all. Have a great day.